Right, this is your girl, Dotty Girl Achiro, coming to you all the way from Talk2Dot. In my channel, obviously, I talk about domestic abuse, domestic violence, relationship matters, and all that. And I also react to things that are going on in society. So check out my channel. If you haven't already liked my page on Facebook or subscribed to my channel, please go ahead. I'm also on Instagram. I've got a website. Get close to me so that you can get abreast of what is going on. If you like it so far, hit the subscribe button. Yeah. Right now, yeah, I can't see any of my haters because my eyelashes are too long and I can't see them. You might wonder, why am I dressed like this? I'm trying to be a lady of leisure. As we and a lot of people were told, a woman's place is in the kitchen. Even the president of Nigeria did say, my wife's place is in the other room, which is her place is in the other room. She's not supposed to talk about politics or anything. And potentially over the years, this is the mindset and the perception of what and who a woman is. She's supposed to be quiet, not quick to speak. She'll not talk when her man is talking. She'll face domestic matters and stuff like that. But where did this concept come from? Where did it come from? First off, as I am like this, I should just sit down in the house and be tending to domestic matters. Seriously? Okay, on a serious note here. Today I'm going to break it down into the different elements of why people think that certain genders should be under and the others should be above. We'll break it down into different sessions and then you can catch the series if you like and then share it to people. That's why we're here. All right, I'm going to need my glasses for that one. I look like a housewife now, don't I? Correct. Feminism. A lot of people frown against the idea of feminism because they are scared of equality. But what is feminism really? What is feminism? And why was feminism born? Feminism was born because of oppression of certain genders over the other genders. Well, not certain, the male gender over the female gender. Women were not allowed to work. They were not allowed to be seen in public places. They could not vote. They were paid less salary. Without oppression, there would have been no need for feminist movement. The feminist movement was not there to say women are the same as men. It's not saying, well, you're a man and a woman, we can't be the same. But it was more about equality. If you are entitled to do this, I'm also entitled to do that. And there's nothing wrong with that. Why is it so important for women to be seen as a lesser species to the other? I don't get it. Feminism is not saying that women do not need men anymore. Feminism is saying allow women to explore, to grow, to do a lot of things, to follow their dreams just like anybody else. Acknowledge them for who they are. You get me? Feminism was based on the theory of political, economic, and social equality of sexes. Equality. It was born out of the belief that men and women should have the same rights. Equal rights. Following me? The doctrine was also advocating equal rights with men. The same exact rights that men had, women should have it. Equal rights again. Feminism at its core is about equality. Equality. It's not about sameness. It is far from sameness. Now, obviously, one bag egg spoils the rest of them in the basket. I gave an example in my other channel. I said when they had the End SARS movement, which was a movement and a protest to end police brutality, for a better government, to end bad governance, a bunch of hoodlums hijacked it and turned it into a terrible, and it was absolutely horrible. They were looting properties, they were doing all that. But did that change the definition of the End SARS movement? The fact that some people came and hijacked it? It's the same thing with the feminist movement. The fact that some people have come up to say, oh no, we're feminists, we don't need a man in our life, we don't need it. That is not the definition of feminism. Feminism doesn't stop, or being a feminist doesn't stop a woman from being a woman. She is a woman anyway. If anyone else is preaching another doctrine about feminism, that's wrong. Out there in America, Black Lives Matter, the protest. The fact that a bunch of hoodlums hijacked it and started robbing and vandalizing, does that mean that the Black Lives Matter movement was for the sake of vandalism and looting? No, it didn't change the fact that the essence of the Black Lives Matter movement was to put an end to racism. Equality. That's all it was. equality. A lot of people offer an argument that men and women cannot be equal because they are not the same. I don't understand that concept. So for instance, I'll give you an example. You got two men, one is skinny and one is quite buff. Would you say they're not equal? They are equal. They're not just the same. If you had one guy who was 6 foot tall and the other one was 4 feet too, are they not equal? They're both men. The feminist movement is about equality, not sameness. No one is trying to be a man. Well, except you have a sex change operation, and that's different from feminism. Imagine you had two boys in the classroom, yep, and one of the boys was quite intelligent, and the other one was not so intelligent. Would you say that these two boys are not equal? Because one is more intelligent than the other? They are equal, they're both boys. You know, so they'll be seen as the same. No one's going to see them as a lesser person because one is not intelligent. That's what the feminist movement is about. Being equal. Being equal. Don't look down at a particular gender because you think they're weaker, they have less strength, they're less buff. To be honest, there are lots of women that are physically bigger and stronger and more muscular than a lot of men. So that's not the point of it. It's not about being weaker. It's not about being less relevant. Let everybody be seen as relevant to who they are and what they represent. That's what feminism is about. Nothing else. Get a bit closer to understanding this concept of feminism and understand why in your mind you potentially think that, no, I don't agree with it. Men and women can never be equal. They're not supposed to be equal. It's not allowed. Ask yourself the following questions and be quite candid, be quite honest to yourself. And this is just you asking the questions. Number one, do you believe that men and women deserve to have equal opportunities, equal rights? If you don't agree to it, why not? These are questions you need to ask yourself. And these questions are not just for men, they're also for women, because some women also believe that men and women cannot be equal. They should not be equal. So ask yourself those questions. Do you believe that men and women in this planet deserve to have equal rights? Deserve to be treated equally? And if you don't agree, why? Do you also oppose the fact that everybody on this planet, both men and women, deserve to have access to the same opportunities? They deserve to have access to the same things that are given out in this life. Career, education, promotion, wealth, acknowledgement. Do you believe that every human being deserves to have access to all of these things? Do you believe that everybody should have access to the same opportunities, not opportunities reserved for certain people for many reasons I don't understand? If you oppose that idea, what is your concern? What do you think will happen if equality is achieved? What do you think is going to happen? These are questions to ask yourself. Also ask yourself, what are the downsides of the way you think? Like if people did not have access to the same opportunities, if they were not treated equally, what is the downside of that sort of mindset, of that sort of society? Do you believe that certain groups of people should be allowed to access certain opportunities, certain things in life? You believe that certain people should be allowed only, exclusively to access certain opportunities and things in life, certain rights? If you do, which group of people are those? Also ask yourself, who should decide which group of people deserve this? Do you believe that it is inherently partial for women to access certain opportunities while men have access to everything? What do you think? Finally, ask yourself, where does this mindset come from? Is it culture? Is it religion? Is it a personal experience? What do you think if women were granted equal rights and equal opportunities? What do you think would happen? Ask yourself these questions. Now, if one of the things you worry about is traditional reasons that men and women cannot be equal in any way, they do not deserve to have equal rights, or women are made to be domesticated, literally, you might want to see this series because I'll be talking about tradition and origin of these beliefs. If you believe that it's from the Christian point of view, you want to also check out this series as well, because I'll be coming to you from the religious point of view. Well, Christianity, I don't know about other religions, but I'm going to talk about Christianity. Check out the series. All right. And let's understand how we got to this point where we are, where women want to be equal to men, and where men feel like, nah, we're not having it. It's not supposed to be like that. Follow me on Talk2Dot. As usual, this is your girl Dot Girl Achiru coming to you all the way from Talk2Dot. Because last week was Women's Day and this Sunday is Mother's Day, I thought I'll give a little bit of a talk around these issues surrounding how women are treated and how women are viewed. If you have any contrary views to what I'm saying, or you have any supporting ideas, please feel free to comment at the bottom. Always appreciated. From me to you, it's one love, peace, guidance, and respect.